I am enamored of the animation style for Trolley Trouble. This is the first Oswald the Lucky Rabbit short, and indeed I think the first one that I've seen. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is a really interesting character and concept because it was created, a character created by Walt Disney and animated by Iwerks, who's done a lot of work for Disney, but was created for Universal, and eventually it actually became a product of Universal. Eventually came back to Disney many, many decades later. And if you just do a little bit of Googling about the character, there's this whole weird connection Oswald has to how he is related to Mickey Mouse, and it's just such a fascinating character that I think is underrepresented today. I think obviously to die-hard Disney fans, we're well aware of the concept of the character, but I think more people need to be aware of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. This short in particular is absolutely fabulous. So I am kind of saying it's a Disney short because it was created by Walt Disney, directed by Walt Disney. But whether or not you want to think of it as a Universal short or now a Disney short, let me know where you fall. Do you perceive it as being a Disney short? Either way, this is brilliant. Oswald is driving this trolley, and it should be a straightforward journey, but things keep going wrong. To start with, there are bits of track missing. I like how the trolley kind of has a mind of its own and it seems to adapt and elongate and get thinner. The drawing itself seems quite simple, frame by frame. It's quite simple line drawings, some shading, and particularly the track. I'm on about the track here. And, it's not the most overly complicated, even when you compare it to, say, some other Disney, specifically Disney shorts from the time. But the fluidity of the animation, it's seamless, it's streamlined, everything is gorgeous, and it's quick as well. There's a lot of repetition, a lot of cells would have been repeated over and over again, so it's not like everything's created frame by frame from scratch. You'll see what I mean when you see it, particularly the scene with the hillside, which is towards the end, and you have the rolling hills, and it's quite unnerving, actually. There's something about that sequence that I found quite, I think it just made me seasick in a way. It was very repetitive, but I really liked it. But basically, as Oswald drives this trolley, things get more and more difficult. There are more problems he encounters, and he may not even make the end of the journey safely. I won't say what happens or how it unfolds, but it's about 7 minutes, I believe, 6 or 7 minutes, and it's really action-packed. It's got a lot going for it. One of my favourite moments is when he opens the lid of the trolley and these 10 billion rabbits just all pour into it, and you think it's never going to end, and it's absolutely adorable. Something else I loved as well is at the very beginning, this little rabbit is jumping onto the top of the pole that connects the trolley to the cable. I don't have the terminology to discuss this. And then he flings himself into what I believe is a pool of water. And then he runs around to the back of the house and repeats it. And if you watch it, that does actually repeat on cycle. And, there's just so many little details in this that they've really paid a lot of attention to. The animation style is just absolutely gorgeous. It's a lot of fun. Obviously is the origin of Oswald. I think it's fantastic, and I'm really excited to explore Oswald in more detail and kind of see what happened once Walt Disney himself, stopped working with the character. I think I may have seen one of the much later Oswald shorts. I'm not 100% sure. My mind might be conflating it with something else. But either way, Trolley Troubles, absolutely beautiful. Definitely check it out. Really fascinating from an animation history perspective, and indeed from the career of Walt Disney and Disney itself. Absolutely adore it. Definitely worth watching.